bonus episode, pre-draft preview for their respective teams, the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. Them guys break it down and share their choices on who should join their squads for the upcoming season.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Damen und Herren, it's time for the podcast featuring Captain Vuk and Billy Gold, aka The Real Deal. This is the only place that's talking Hawks and Kings, but to be specific, we're talking Seattle Seahawks and Minnesota Vikings. So strap up. We're taking you on a fantastic voyage, unlike any you've ever been on, so sit back and get ready to set sail to the emerald-rich lands of the Seattle Seahawks and the treasure-filled valleys of the Minnesota Vikings with your hosts, Captain Vuk and Billy Gold, aka The Real Deal. Let's get it.
What's up?
We are back in the house. The crew is together. Check out the digs. We have made some major improvements, and there's more to come, Cap.
Without question, the 479 is popping, baby.
479. We got our nice new round table discussion, right?
That's it.
We're making some real progress down here. We got a shelf. We've moved the TV, mounted on the wall. My side's pretty filled up, Cap. You got some work to do.
A little bit, but what is there is cracking, y'all. Check it out. Blue and green everywhere with some Hawk love.
All right, so good. Football fans.
Let's go.
Scolders and the 12s. Welcome to season 2. And this is a bonus episode before we actually kick off episode 1 with, we haven't decided yet whether it's going to be preseason or the real season.
This is preseason.
Preseason. It will be week 1. All right.
Once we get those new folks in them uniforms, then it's on.
We're good to go. All right. Of the Captain and the Real Deal podcast, I'm Billy Gold, along with my co-host, Captain Vuk, and the Maverick, our production engineer, Mike, Top Gun, Cruz.
At your 8 o'clock. Hit him with the split V, Mike. Split.
All right, now the high yo-yo.
There you go.
You got it. I think you got it.
Walk the dog on him.
All right.
There you go.
We're back.
Yes, sir.
With another great episode. It's been a while. We're probably going to be a little rusty today, but we are going to work it off, right, Kev? We're going to work that rust off.
That's what we do.
All right. Today, we're going to preview the NFL draft for our respective organizations as they prepare for next season. As always, I suggest you fill up your solo cup, sit back, and get ready for another fantastic voyage. Cap.
What's up, brother?
Welcome to the comfort zone. Are you ready to roll?
You know I'm always ready, man. It's your boy, Captain Vuk, back in the saddle again. Super happy to be here. Looming ahead of us is the 2022 NFL Draft, B Gold. Who's going to end up in the blue and green with tickets to the Emerald City? I can't wait. And also, I'm interested to see who ends up in the treasure-filled valleys of Minnesota. Are you going to be excited, man, or what? I know it's hard for you to get excited.
You know what? Starting tomorrow, I'm gonna sit on the couch. I'm probably not leaving until the last pick in the 7th round.
Bro, I can't wait. It's good to be here. I'm ready to get saddled up. Top Gun is in the building as usual. Let's get this.
Let's talk some Hawks and Kings, and let's bring some talent into the organization.
Let's go.
No bus. No bus.
No, we don't need that.
All right, so let's start as we always do with some questions and open items. So, Kat, I got a question for you.
I bet you do.
What's something, actually, I think I have two. What's something that people think makes them look cool, but actually makes them look ridiculous?
That's a tough question because the first thing that came to my mind was tattoos, but that's not accurate because some people their tattoos look really cool, and there are some tattoos that don't. So I don't know if I'm going to go there. So let me just ponder for.
You want me to? I'll go first while
Yeah, why
you
don't
give
go
it some
ahead-
thought.
Go ahead
All
and
right.
go first.
Is riding around with your car window open and loud music?
Okay.
What's the point? Shut the window. Most people don't like what you're listening to.
As far as the window down and having the music down, I lived that life back in the day.
I'm guilty as well.
And so did my whole neighborhood.
I'm guilty as well because you
know.
thought the chicks were looking at you.
Well, it wasn't really that. It was just like, you got a little sound system and, everybody else in the neighborhood was doing it. But if you do that too much, your sound system can tend to walk away from your car. So stop advertising it like that. But I don't know. Let's see. What do some people do that they think is cool that doesn't make them look cool? Wow. I don't know.
Homework. Looks like
Yeah,
homework.
Let me think on that one because nothing comes to mind. That's an interesting question.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for that right now.
So why don't you, if you got one for me, I'll save my second one.
I got one question for you only, and it is this. What is the biggest concern that you have for the 2022 season for your Vikings? The one primary concern that has you nervous that you need to be addressed.
What do I have that's nervous? How many games I can go to?
That's your biggest concern?
Yeah.
How many times you can get
How
in the
many
building?
times I can get to Minnesota? Thinking about the roster, it's tough to tell because it's a new scheme. It's a lot of new coaches. Right now the book is open. So, I mean,
There's not one thing that you need to work right for your team next year
consistency
at all levels.
at all. Starting with the coaching, I think, because there wasn't no consistency with the coaching overall. This is the unknown. I'm gonna take 3-4 games before I see the direction. I don't know the direction. I don't know a lot of these guys.
It's going to take you 3 or 4 games. It's going to take the real deal one game. He's going to be locked in after one game. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll have a few comments.
Yeah, he'll be ready to rock and roll with a full diagnosis.
Now, what about yourself?
For me, the
Hawks.
biggest concern is going to be how we function at quarterback, honestly.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, we had some things happen.
Yeah.
I'll touch on that. But that's the area that we have to have. And even if it's just stable for this year, it has to be stable because I think our defense is going to carry most of the load this year on purpose as opposed to being forced to do it last year.
a few talked up players by you last year.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna speak on that. I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna own that. But yeah, the defense was forced to hold it down last year. I think it'll be more strategic this year just because of our quarterback situation. But we're gonna talk about that.
All right, good stuff. All right, I got one more today.
Hit it.
And I didn't originally have an answer, but I just had to write this one guy's name, and I will not mention the name, but I know what it is, so it'll help me flow through it. What's the best prank you ever pulled on someone?
The best prank?
Yes.
Wow. There's I don't pull a whole lot of pranks on people.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we come from different neighborhoods.
Yeah, you could get hurt pulling pranks in my neighborhood. I don't
No April Fools anything or anything, nothing crazy
that
like that?
stands out. I
All
mean,
right.
nothing that stands out, but I'll think on that too. Maybe something will come up in the
All right.
memory banks.
So,
I know you got something.
I got something. So
What you got?
best prank I ever pulled was one of the jobs I went to. Well, let me start earlier than that. Earlier than that, I had a boss in my first job in my technician profession. Okay, and later in life, that boss became my helper.
Helper. Very vague job description.
Helper. So we went to test a system.
Mhm.
Okay. And it was testing a fire alarm system. Okay. And it was at a school. but it was at Bacon School,
Okay.
and that you had to test every device on the system. Okay, and this guy, as he got later on, I wasn't getting what I needed, so not showing up, taking days off.
Oh boy.
Not much work ethic or flow.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah, that was a problem. So we had to test the pull boxes for the fire alarm system.
I
Okay,
can see a lesson coming.
there's a lesson coming. So I already knew that these pull boxes had this powder on it
Mhm.
to catch the kids. So if the kid ever pulled the pull box, you'd be able to identify the kids because this crazy colored powder would get all over him.
Yeah, I believe banks do something like that.
They do that
sometimes.
with the money clips. Yes. Yes. So
Oh,
I
man.
told my former boss. This is, by the way, this is not this.
This is somebody we don't know.
Yeah, it's somebody's never been mentioned before on this show. And I said, listen, I'm going to stand here at the panel, take a walkie-talkie, and I want you to go around. I want you to start in the auditorium. It was really dark in the auditorium. I want you to start in the auditorium.
This is what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. If you don't work hard, this could happen to you.
I want you to start in the auditorium. So he goes in the auditorium, and I said, all right. He goes, all right, I'm at a pull box. And I said, all right, there's 6 pull boxes in there. You got to test them all. We got to make sure everything's working properly. So he tests all 6, and he comes out of the auditorium, and he's in the hallway.
Is he covered?
He's covered. His hands got all this blue chalk on it. It's all over his uniform.
He thinks it's normal.
No, he's
Okay.
mad as a hatter. he's mad
Messed
as
up his $50 suit.
He's mad as a hatter. No, this is all the
work
company.
clothing?
Yeah, the company
Okay.
gave me the work clothes, but it was all over his hands, and he had it must have been sweating, so he touched his face,
It's
so
all in
he
his
rubbed it
skin.
all over his face. It was just, and I'm in the hallway looking at him, and I couldn't help but have a little chuckle, and I said you might want to go wash up.
The important thing, though, does he know why this happened to him? Or does he
no,
He
no.
never found out that, dude, we don't like how you're working, so I got to try to teach you a lesson. That didn't happen?
Not what he already knew he already knew that I wasn't happy with him.
Okay.
So he kind of figured this was a little payback. I don't think he by the way, he not only did he go wash his hands and face, he left. He went
took
home. He went home. He was so mad he went home. But
a prank, if you can call this a prank, does come to mind now. Something that was very quick. This will be a short story. But I was riding in my car one day back in my hometown, City of Destiny, with my best friend. No need to mention the name, but everybody in the hood knows who this was. And we still cool to this day. So I was in my 1978 Mercury Marquis Brougham blue
Nice, yeah.
that I got from Mom's. Thank God for Mom. And by the way, Mother's Day is coming up. So shout out to all the mothers. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there.
absolutely.
So we pull up to the red light, and I see this car to my right roll up, and there are a couple of people from the opposite sex in there. And let's just say the driver had an extremely unique features, looked very unique. And I knew, because my friend was leaning on the passenger window, that if I used my power button to roll the window down at the perfect spot, he would automatically lock eyes with who was next to him. And so I did that. I was a young guy, maybe 17. I looked straight, paying attention to the traffic light. I hit the power window. It drops, and exactly as I expected, he locks eyes with the lady in the car. And he looks at me and is like, man, why'd you do that?
So there you
It was
go.
funny. Yeah, he laughed.
there you go.
It was funny. It was harmless.
Yeah, exactly.
It was fun.
And mine wasn't harmless, but yes.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yours was a little painful.
There's
but-
different kind of pranks, but
Yeah, you were level
I was
7.
really just
I was
trying
level 2.
I was trying to send a message.
Yeah, same here. But yeah, you sent your
Yeah.
message. You sent your message.
All right,
so.
let's move on to some open items from the previous episodes. And Top Gun is going to be very happy that we only have 3 of these to go. Open item number 1, The Mighty Heroes.
We still got them, y'all.
We still got them. And now, Cap,
Yes, sir.
you provided us the homework episode. What
I
was the
did.
name of the episode?
The Paper Monster. It was created in 1967.
I was 5 years old.
That's good. I was just hitting the scene. Depending on what month it was, I may not have been born yet, but I did hit the scene.
So I'm the senior in this
That's
organization. Okay, so I'm gonna give a little recap. Cat, I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna pause at the end of every sentence. So if
Okay.
you want to jump in and
add a little something.
add a little something, or you can wait till the end, and I'll still pause.
Yeah.
Dramatic pauses, by the way, and we'll work that.
Hit him with it.
So
Hit him with it.
the bad guy, the junker, and his squad stole all of the newspapers in Goodhaven.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did, right? Initially, the smoke screen thwarted the Mighty Heroes' response.
It did. Now I couldn't figure out. They lost their bearings in the black smoke, but then they were all tied up in rope. How did that happen?
Because they were blinded by the smoke, and Rope Man, who's
okay.
part of the group, always seems to entangle those guys.
Got discombobulated.
Yeah, exactly. So blinded by the smoke, Strongman, Diaper Man crashed to the ground, and the junker, he escaped to a secret hideout in the junkyard. So Diaper Man, he leads the heroes into the hideout area and are confronted by the Paper Monster, who slams them underground with a large bus.
You saw that.
I did see
Knocked
that.
them right through the concrete.
There was like 4 holes, right? Five holes.
5 holes.
Right. All the heroes are then dunked in a vat and covered with paper, like they're paper machetes, except for Diaper Man, who utilizes his bottle to free himself from a hook as he was headed to the vat. Right?
That's affirmative.
All right. Diaper Man frees the rest of the heroes. And then Strongman, he tries to deliver his double dynamic blow to the Paper Monster, but is twice sent flying into a wall from a right hand
That's
of the Paper
exactly
Monster.
right. The paper monster was bringing it.
Those right hands were
I was
brutal.
surprised, and I was like thinking, man, maybe Strongman's gonna get him. He was fired up. He got his chin checked.
Got his chin checked. Actually, that was the bam bam moment
That
of the
was
week,
the-
right
yeah,
there.
he got
And
two of them.
the Paper Monster gets it, right?
He was bringing it.
All right. So we've been waiting for this for at least 8 episodes.
You saw it.
Cuckoo Man
Yeah.
finally, after all these episodes, does something to help.
He does.
He does something to help. He covers the eyes of the Paper Monster.
That's it.
And who delivers another right hand. But unfortunately, it knocks the jumper up and out of the building and into the jail.
The state prison. He lands in it
The
perfectly.
state prison.
Now, a couple things about the junker. Number one, he has a very devious laugh, and he laughed a lot. in
He
this
laughed a lot.
episode.
Yeah, he did.
Did you notice his mustache looked like a walrus?
I did not notice that. I'll have to go
Out
back
of
and look.
control. Out of
Really?
control. And I think it's funny that he was driving in a beat down pickup truck, kind of like a Sanford and Son knockoff. And he's the junker, and he escapes to the hidden junkyard. A little silent shout out to Red Fox and Fred Sanford and Demon
And now that you
Wilson.
say that, I watched the life story of Red Fox yesterday.
On what channel?
Whatever channel does all these, they do the breaking of the bands and they do this other stuff.
A&E, maybe A&E.
So it's breaking of the bands, but they had the Red Fox one yesterday.
I wish you would have told me. I would have watched it.
It came out of nowhere. My wife was watching another one where Red Fox came on. She said, "I don't know who this guy is." I said, "No, leave it on."
Yeah, I got to check it out.
All right,
You
so
missed a good one, though, Top Gun. That's a good episode, brother. You should go check that one out.
we're not done.
You're not. He's not having it.
We're not done.
Keep
We're
it
not done.
going. Let's finish it strong for
Rope
him.
Man, with the help of Tornado Man, wraps up the Paper Monster, and Diaper Man hoses him down with the formula from his bottle, which makes the Paper Monster soggy.
That's exactly right.
Strongman finishes him off by using a large presser that squashes him into a large sheet of paper.
He absolutely squashed him. Too.
Right? He squashed
It's
him.
like a waffle iron.
Do you have anything to add before I get my final thoughts?
I don't think so.
All right.
That's
finally,
a beautiful recap.
Finally, Mike Top Gun Cruise will appreciate this. Finally, one thing has become clearly obvious. Diaper Man is one of the all-time great superheroes of all time. His bottle as a weapon is better than Captain America's shield and on par with Thor's sword.
Wow, that's a lot of respect right there. And if you watch the episodes, you know you
Look at
Check it out.
Did you see the look on
yeah,
Mike's
he's
face?
not loving it. He ain't having it. But check this out though.
He might edit that.
If you watch the Mighty Heroes Top Gun, you got to understand this, brother. they always leave together. Always. They've never deviated from that until this episode right here.
It's a team effort.
Which is ironic because Cuckoo Man balled out a little bit in this one. But at the end, they couldn't leave because Diaper Man was like, yo, no, somebody said we can't leave until Diaper Man finishes reading the comics.
Correct,
And he-
exactly. he's drinking his bottle, reading the comics. Yes, I do.
had
That
to
was how the
unwind.
that
He
was
had
how
to
the episode
unwind.
ended.
That's
Exactly.
funny,
On a
man.
winning note. Anyway,
7 minutes of fun, y'all. You're missing it. Go get it.
exactly. That bottle beats that darn shield from Captain
Yes,
America
it
every
does.
time. All right, let's get to open item number 2. Hey, Cap.
What
you
you
know
got?
what? You got to stop putting me in the gun off.
Go ahead. Hit me with it.
You know, you're not going to beat me anyway, and I get it. But you owe us a 40-yard dash time. So
true. It's true.
by the post-draft podcast next week, we need a commitment date.
I'll give you a date. I'm going to get you a date.
We need it on the next episode.
Okay. I'll
All right.
lock a date down.
Lock it down.
I'll get it done on that date or before, and it'll be video witnessing.
All right.
See, with my body, though, I need to like do some things first before I just go into a full sprint. Because I don't want to be blowing gaskets out. Because I've blown some gaskets out before.
No, Mike blew his gasket out, and I had parts of my body hurting for.
Yeah, I gotta
for a
be
week.
as careful as I can,
We
but,
were limping around the office. We were limping around the office for quite some time.
It'll be worth it though. But I have to actually legitimately. I got some issues with my body. I got to be on point with it. But I'm gonna get it done, and I'll give a date at the next podcast.
Okay, so we're gonna have a new segment in the upcoming season. I'm just gonna tell you what it's about. I'm not gonna do it. Even I'll prep for it, but it's on me. I did not tell the Cap to prep, so I'm gonna tell the audience what it's gonna be. It's gonna be called By the Numbers. Each week, we will use the episode number to see who on each team wore that number. The first one will be number 1. So, Cap, do your homework, and we will get it out there. For number 1, it's typically probably going to be a lot of kickers.
Mm-hmm.
I know they changed the rules recently, and they did get a couple exceptions over the years. But we will go through that, and, you know, we're going to get up to at least 20, 23, 25, 26. Right. So I have prepped for that, but I got to table it because it's on me. I did not tell you.
We might have to consider getting some music for that.
Exactly. You know, we will. You know, we might. We're trying to find a new spot for the Johnny King music, so maybe it slides up to there.
Maybe
we'll figure it out.
Yes, we will.
So I got a real deal moment of the offseason. Another link between the Seahawks and the Vikings.
What you got
during the offseason? Do you know where I'm going with this guy?
Not sure. I know we got a link from your franchise to ours now.
All right. In February of this year.
Yeah, this might be it.
Ed Donatel accepted a job as the senior defensive coordinator for the Seahawks. Only
to ditch us.
Only days later,
yeah,
he backed out of that role to become the defensive coordinator of the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, you know what? Good move for him.
Yes, thank you.
We'll be looking forward to going after his defense.
Last season, as the defensive coordinator for the Denver Broncos, his defense ranked in the league's top 10 in total yards.
Can he bring that to you?
And fourth downs percentage.
Can he bring it to you?
And red zone. And points against.
Can he bring it?
Yes.
To Minnesota.
Yeah,
he has to.
He has to. He has to. Or he's not going to make it past week 1 with me.
Right.
Fun fact number 1.
I know you're going to dig this.
In the last 5 years, the Vikings are 49-1 when leading at the start of the fourth quarter.
Interesting.
You would not think that.
No, you wouldn't.
This win percentage is the best in the NFL during that time frame.
And who's the QB primarily for that run?
Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
Captain Kirk.
Okay, and he's still there.
Captain Checkdown.
Captain Checkdown was
I got all kinds of names for him. Whew. All right. Got some breaking news this week.
Good or bad?
It's neither.
Okay. It's just news.
Yeah. Dalvin Cook.
I haven't heard that name lately.
Dalvin Cook is switching his jersey number. So if you look over my left shoulder, I have hung a child's jersey. Cook's switching his jersey number from 33 to 4.
What's the reasoning? Did he say?
Yes. He wore the number 4 jersey during his rise as an NFL prospect at Miami Central High School and Florida State. Cook said, that number symbolizes a lot to me. My father passed away, and that is the number he would have wanted me to wear. But the rules did not permit it. I got my number back.
Things changed.
So the NFL rescinded the rule against players at the offensive skill positions, among other positions, from wearing single-digit numbers on their jerseys. However, the one caveat to this was that the players had to buy out the existing inventory of their jersey distributors.
I didn't know that piece.
So Cook was believed to have had to pay as much as $1.5 million
Are you kidding?
to buy out his old jerseys.
Wow.
But he told reporters, I'm just going to wait it out. He waited it out. The time has come. He's switching to number 4.
How does Brett Favre and the Viking Nation feel about it? You guys okay with that?
Yeah, Brett Favre was here for a drink of water.
And he was a rival, right? So there should be no
I like Brett Favre.
hesitation. Me too.
Yeah, you know what?
Brett Favre's a beast.
Yeah. He did well for us. And you know what? What I loved about it most is the Packers did him so bad that he beat them like a drum.
Well, they're in good position now with their
Who is?
franchise, the Packers.
They are?
No.
Okay. All right.
No, not at all.
Cat, let's move on to the off-season moves. What do you got? What do you got
Okay.
for what do you got?
All right,
what do you
well-
got for the 12s?
We had a few. Some of it already talked about, but we had on February 6th of 2022, we fired our offensive line coach Mike Solari, and we promoted run game coordinator Andy Dickinson to offensive line coach. Then things started to get a little interesting. We ended up getting Clint Hurt on February 10th as our defensive coordinator, promoted from within. Chad Morton's a name you might recall from playing in the league. He's the run game coordinator. Picked up Sean Desai, associate head coach for the defense. Came from Chicago. And then we picked up a young man named Carl Scott. He used to wear your Vikings colors. He was
1
your
year. Yeah, 1 year.
defensive passing game coordinator and defensive back coach.
He was a DB coach.
So picked up another, running back that nobody really knows. But Darwin Thompson, if you do ball out, we hope you do well. But then things started to get interesting. On the 10th of March, we re-signed Ryan Neal. I love that guy. He's a baller. Linebacker Tanner Muse, John Radigan, West Point grad, defensive back Nigel Warrior, and an offensive lineman named Dakota Shepley. They all tendered contracts. But then I started getting nervous because I listened to episode 23 of the Captain and the Real Deal podcast, and you were insistent, like you had news that I didn't, that Russell Wilson was gone. And you even mentioned Seattle Socrates, like there was something that y'all knew that I didn't know. So I'm insistent that Russell ain't going nowhere. He's going to be in blue and green forever. He don't want to leave. He said he didn't want to leave. On March 11th, things changed, brother.
Drastically.
Abandon ship!
No, we don't abandon the ship in
No,
Emerald
Russell
City.
did.
This is
Russell
what I did.
Russell did.
I got nervous. On that day, I said, let me go to the airport. And I heard rumors that he might be trying to get up out of town. So I go to the airport. And when I get in there, I hear, ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Flight number 3 has left the Emerald Airport with service to Denver, Colorado on Broncos Airlines. All passengers, including Russell Dangerous Wilson, have left the Emerald Nation and landed safely in the Rocky Mountain country. So best wishes, Russell.
Previously, on the last episode, a moment of reflection.
He's going to be a Seahawk for life. 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 He's going to be a Seahawk for life.
No, he's not.
He's going to retire in the blue and green.
There's no chance.
Yeah, he is.
No, his wife. What's her name? She like a famous singer or something. She wants him out of there.
How do you know? Like you've been talking to her.
I told you back in the day in the club we had all these artists in. You don't know if she wasn't in there.
Okay. I don't know.
You know?
I
Exactly.
do not know that, but
I got her dialed in.
I don't know. Russell listens to the show, man.
All right, Sierra, tell him.
Yeah, Russell's gonna be a Hawk man to the end of time. So
All right, not a chance.
he's gonna retire with another 2 or 3 rings coming.
Matter of fact, I showed Top Gun an article, and I didn't have a heart to send it to you, but I sent it to Top Gun.
Well, you didn't have the heart to send it.
I
to me?
did not.
What did it say?
There's a scenario where there's a 3-team trade, and he ends up as a Viking.
Yeah, there's all kind of scenarios out there.
Yes.
People gotta get paid. They gotta generate interest. They gotta get some readership. Exactly.
They do.
Russell's a Hawk, man.
We got to get like a dodgeball sound.
Russell and Pete Carroll. They're going to ride this thing out. And then Russell's going to hold it down.
So you
when
saw the
he's on.
dodgeball competition where JJ won, right?
I did.
Yeah, so we need some kind of a sound effect right when you start dodging these questions.
Did you? So I'm not dodging it. Did you see when Russell and JJ hooked up?
I did.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Did you see Russell in the precision passing?
I did.
Was it painful?
He's going to look good on another team.
Yeah, okay. It ain't going nowhere. But hey, I deal with one day at a time. So let's see.
Too bad Seattle Socrates blew us off because he could have told you. He would have got you straight.
Yeah, he'll be back.
I know
He'll be back.
He had another obligation, but he will get you straight because you know what? We've had some side conversations.
I know.
You know,
That's cool.
And Russell's out.
Yeah, okay. It's so funny.
Russell's out.
Trying to get the old boy rattled.
They're training for Geno Smith in 2 first rounds.
No,
There it is. I called it. Cap, what else you got?
now I'm really nervous because now Russell's gone. I go back to the airport the next day, March 12th, 2022, because I'm nervous about my man B Wags. I get in there, B Gold, and you know what I hear on the intercom? Flight number 45, courtesy of Rams Airways, has also left the Emerald Airport with nonstop service to Los Angeles, California. All passengers, including B Wags, a.k.a. Bobby Wagner, have officially left the Emerald Nation and landed safely in the City of Angels. So best wishes, B Wags. Now, having said that, I'm done with it. That's my closure.
Wait.
I paid my respects.
You're not getting off that
I
easy.
paid my respects.
You are.
And if I owe you something, tell me what we bet and I'll get it to you. But it's a wrap.
It was lunch.
It's
It was
time.
lunch.
I'll hook you up
It
with
was lunch. All right. So what I will say is last year we had some bonus episodes.
Yes, we did.
And the 2 leaders of all bonus episodes are the 2 guys who have abandoned ship.
Nick Ballore still with us. And Nick's my boy, so hey, you know what?
I'm just
You know
saying.
what? It's all good because it's football, man.
It's football. I'm just saying.
You know how I feel.
I do.
This is
I
what
do.
I'm representing right here.
I get it.
If you don't
I
want
get
to
it.
ride with us no more,
I get
man,
it. I get it. The good
you gotta
thing,
do what you gotta do.
Here's the good thing. You know, in a lot in life, you can copy and paste a lot.
Yeah, you can.
cannot copy and paste any of your bonus episodes anymore because those dudes are out of the building.
It's all good. I wouldn't do that anyway. I come up fresh with it like at Chipotle, bro. Cooking it up and cutting it up fresh.
All right. Well, you got anything else for your off-season moves?
No, I kind of like went into a vortex after that, but we've recovered. We let some people go, like Carlos Dunlap is gone. But we had a lot of good re-signings.
I like
and
Carlos
they'll
Dunlap.
come up.
He
So
left.
did
I didn't
So
realize
did I.
he-
Yeah,
Carlos
they
Dunlap's
released
good.
him. They released him and Kerry Hyder, but we signed defensive tackle Quentin Jefferson, who I like a lot. And we have some other acquisitions that are going to make some noise.
So is there an opportunity? It seems like there's a lot of openings. There's an opportunity if you can finally run the 40-yard sprint that you could actually go for an open tryout.
No, I can't compete with them fellas at this level, but it's all good.
Mentally, you can.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
That'll hopefully never be taken from me.
Exactly.
I got to keep the mental going, man. Physically, though, I can't roll with them cats. You know?
All right. So, it's time for a little Skull Nation
Let's get it.
new additions. I love that sound.
It's hard not to like that, honestly.
And I hope it's on loop. So, first gentleman we signed was linebacker Jordan Hicks. Spent the last 3 seasons with the Cardinals. He was released, so able to sign with anybody. He started all of the 49 possible regular season games for the Cardinals over the past 3 years. And his streak of 51 consecutive starts is the 3rd longest active streak among NFL linebackers. He's going to slot right in as a middle linebacker next to Eric Kendricks in the new, first time ever, 3-4 Minnesota Vikings defense. All right, next up, tight end, Johnny Mund. He's going to bring great familiarity to the Vikings because he played under head coach Kevin O'Connell and the tight end coach, who also came from the Rams, Wes Phillips. He only played 6 games in 2021 because of a torn ACL. and he's primarily a blocking tight end, but you need that on your squad.
It's nice when they can do it all.
All right, next up, defensive tackle. Harrison, Mean Streak, Phillips. We added some beef on the interior of the defensive line.
You got to do it.
He will fill the role held by Michael Pierce, who was released early this week because he couldn't stay on the field. Phillips is joining Minnesota after playing in 45 regular season games since 2017, and he started both playoff contests last year. He also, a lot of off-the-field work in the community, and will no doubt be up for that award this year.
Respect. Love
Respect. All right, next up, multi-positioned offensive lineman, Austin Schlottman, former Denver Bronco, joined in Minnesota with 42 career games of NFL experience. He will join a room led by the new offensive line coach, Chris Cooper, and an assistant, Justin Riscotti, who coached him for the past 3 seasons. Looks like a reserve role in store for Austin, but he has great versatility. All right, here's a big one.
Let's hear it.
Outside linebacker, Zadarius, the Beast, Smith. Smoking Smith.
Let's go.
He was one of the biggest rivals in recent seasons. He's just come on board for a 3-year deal. 2-time Pro Bowler. He did come from the hated the rival Green Bay Packers. He's 29 years old, 44 and a half career sacks, and plenty of experience in a 3-4 defense. His arrival in Minnesota reunites him with our new outside linebackers coach, Mike Smith, who held the same role with the Packers from 2019 to 2021. Unfortunately, last year, well, actually, fortunately for the Vikings, he just played 18 snaps because of a back injury. So, this is going to be a huge addition across from Daniel Hunter.
Sounds like you're excited.
Oh, he's a beast. Next up, guard, Chris Roman Reed. More depth along the interior of the offensive line. He's a guard. Came out of Minnesota State University at Mankato. Only 29 years old. He played 14 games for the Colts, which included 6 starts last year. He started 29 of 60 career games. He's going to challenge for that guard position, but again, I think he's just some balance as backups for the offensive line. I got 3 more.
Bring them.
Cornerback, Shandon Smokescreen Sullivan.
It's a cool nickname.
I gave it to him.
Smokescreen. I like it.
He's a quarterback. Another former NFC rival has joined the Vikings. Over 3 seasons with the Packers, he started 22 of 49 games, and he had 5 interceptions and 16 passes defended. He joins a young Vikings cornerback team, except for Peterson, that includes Cameron Dantzler and Chris Boyd. All right, I really like this next one. Offensive lineman, Jesse. What's the wrestler's
The
name?
body.
Jesse the Body Davis. Has played in 80 games and started 72 of them for the Dolphins since 2017. He's going to start at guard. You know, he initially, believe it or not, joined the NFL with the Seahawks.
I don't even want to hear it.
Coming out of Idaho. Right?
Big Sky, baby.
Exactly, Big Sky.
Well, maybe there wasn't Big
He's
Sky.
played a lot of snaps. I'm penciling him in, and I can erase that later.
Yes, you can.
As Jesse, the Body Starter
Gotta have
Davis
it. Gotta have it.
at guard.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for a lot of wrestling references this year.
Finally, Nate the Snake Hairston.
Oh, you're going hard. Okay.
Quarterback. He entered the NFL as a 5th-round draft pick by the Colts in 2017 and spent the first 2 seasons with Indianapolis. You know, he joined the Broncos in 2020 where he played all of last season. Again, joining a staff that we're brought on board to help our defense this year.
That's good.
He's going to be playing for new defensive coordinator Ed Donatel, who we know comes from the Broncos.
Yes, he does.
So there's some familiarity there. I don't know if he's going to play slot or he's going to just be a fill-in, but I think another good signing. All right, let's move on to players re-signed.
Real quick, I guess got to touch on the Russell Wilson situation so people know what we got in return other than just losing our guy. All right. So we got a what was it? We got a quarterback named Drew Lock. He was their starter. We got a defensive end named Shelby Harris. Never heard of him. We have a tight end that we're very excited about named Noah Fant. And he goes to an extremely talented Seattle Seahawks tight end room. So that's going to be something to watch.
Shelby Harris is going to be the best out of those three. No, really. No, he's a really good player.
Noah Fant is ridiculous from what I hear. So
Noah Fant's a good tight end.
No, we need a defensive end and we need some defensive edge touch, which I'll touch on when we talk about the draft. But we also got a 4th round pick for Denver and a 1st and 2nd and 5th round pick for 2022, and then a 1st, 2nd, and 5th round pick for 2023 as well. So we have 8 draft picks this year. Last year we had 3, kind of a joke. I already mentioned who we did keep. We did re-sign Kyle Fuller, who's a guard, played well, like him a lot. We also are going to be really, really stressing like we normally do competition when this camp opens up. Now, the quarterback situation, we re-signed Geno Smith. I know you love hearing that.
Yeah.
We
mistake waiting to happen. Called that one too.
We have him in the loop. We got the Drew Lock guy in the loop, and then we'll just see who can play ball and get it done. So,
all right, good stuff.
It is what it is.
So we got some players re-signed too. Jordan, he's not the Hall of Famer. Jordan.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not like your kicker or your punter.
No, this is the guy. This is the punter. We re-signed him.
He's on his way.
Yeah, he's the Ring of Honor.
He's on his way.
He's on his way. Jordan Berry, he's been the best punter we ever had. He's back with the Vikings. We signed him. We signed him back. We signed all of our trio of specialists.
Good.
We placed a tender on Greg Joseph, and that went through. And we also brought back our long snapper. So we got Berry, and we got Joseph, and we got DiPiola. So some consistency there. Berry tied for 11th among qualifiers with a net punting average of 46.5 yards. That's pretty good.
That's pretty solid.
And he placed 26 of 78 punts inside the 20-yard line.
That's my next question. How accurate is he?
He's pretty good. I think he had a solid campaign.
It's good. You got to have that.
Also brought back on another one-year deal, cornerback Pat Peterson, right? Pat Peterson's back in the house.
All right. What season is this for him?
He's, I don't know, 20.
A little long in the tooth, but it's all good. He's still a baller.
I will say this. He played well last year.
Well, he's better than your other guy.
Exactly.
Rashad. I don't even want to say his name.
Rashad Breeland. But he's out. He's out the building.
I know.
All right. So they had, he brings the most experience returning to the roster. He'll start once again. He'll also be tasked with helping the younger players. And you know what? When we talk about the draft, I think this was a good signing because some of the guys we're eyeing in the draft, there's like 4 top corners, and we have pick 12. Under Zimmer, that's all we ever did was pick cornerbacks, but he couldn't pick them, right? Because whether they did
Clearly,
this or did that,
had some trouble.
They had some trouble. But I think Pat Peterson needs to be there if we have to go down this road again. His lone interception last season was in the final, and he returned it for a score. And he's returned an interception for a score every year of his career. And it went down to the last game.
Yeah, he's a baller.
He's a baller. Players not coming back. Linebacker Anthony Barr. He was Mike Zimmer's first draft pick and his pet. The guy can't stay on the field.
Okay, one of those deals.
When he's on the field, he's a very good player. I'm not sure I'd ever call him a leader. I've never seen him. I never seen him be a rah-rah guy. He knows his space. He knows he's a very, very good player. Mm-hmm. But if you're not healthy, you're not helping no one.
Right. What's your thing about availability?
Right. Cornerback Mackenzie Alexander. We had him early we drafted him, had him early in his career. He left us for a year. I believe he went to Cincinnati. He came back to us last year, and he was awful. So good riddance. Center Mason Cole. Center Mason Cole stepped in last year and played very well for us, and we got him on a really low deal. He filled in for Garrett Bradbury, who I'm considering a first-round bust, even though we're going to try and roll with him this year. Mason Cole, I would have kept in. However, he got a pretty good deal with Pittsburgh, so he went and signed. He's going to be the starter for Pittsburgh. The next one that really hurts me is last year, Irv Smith Jr., our tight end, well hyped tight end, who's had trouble staying on the field, but he has some great talent. Tore an ACL and was out, and Tyler Conklin stepped up and played lights out.
He did. He had a
lights
good year.
out, and he got himself a giant contract from the Jets. We'll see if he can. We'll see if he can sustain that. But you know what? I gotta wish this guy luck. There's no way we could afford him. We're up against the cap. I wanted him back, but it ain't happening. And finally, I don't know if he's not coming back, but I just wanted to shine some light on him. He's had some emotional problems over the course of his career.
Oh,
and he left at a crucial time twice for these problems. Again last year when we were on the cusp of whether we were going to make the playoffs or not. But I always have a place in my heart for him. And if they want to bring him back as a reserve, I'm open to it. He seems only because he left for a year and went other places, Cowboys, and
what's the name again?
I think the Lions, Everson Griffin.
Yeah,
and I think he went to the Cowboys and didn't play well. He went to the Lions and didn't play well. He came back to us. And the light came back on. So I think there's a comfort level in Minnesota, but he does have some issues, and I think there's going to be I think the NFL might be scared of what could happen next with him. So I don't believe he's going to sign anywhere else. If he does come back, he's going to be with us. And
whatever happens, we hope he's okay.
I'd roll the dice. I wish that he stays mindfully healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
You got anything, Cap, before we get to the picks?
Just that, we still got Jamal Adams and we re-signed Quandre Diggs. That's big.
Big one.
Yeah, we picked up a linebacker named, Uchenna Nwosu. Very excited about him. We just got to tighten up our edge rushers and get some offensive linemen. But if we touch on the draft a little bit, I'll touch on that a little bit. But it'll be brief.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get to the draft. So let's get to the picks.
Yo, it's time for the picks, the weekly predictions by them guys. Get your notebooks out because they rarely miss. Make way for Captain Book when he makes his picks. You can't touch this dude. Reppin' Hawks in the Emerald Nation. All units, battle stations. So welcome to the battle zone. It's a place where Captain Book is never alone. With his guy, Be Gold by his side. Sporting purple, always ready to ride. A real Viking maniac, never afraid to go on the attack. And when needed and comes the real deal, he's got a real feel for NFL skill. So listen close and get the word. Don't be the one who hadn't heard about Captain Book and Be Gold. Dropping knowledge, truth be told. Pico picks, battle tested. Welcome to the battle zone, baby.
Absolutely. We're going to have a lot of wrestling references this year.
Be ready.
But welcome, Rick. I know you're sitting on the sidelines this week. You will make your debut along with your string of fellow contestants as the season moves on. So, Kat,
no doubt. What's cracking?
You want to roll your draft predictions first, or?
I mean, we can do that. I'm not going to give you names. I'm going to tell you what we need to get, though. We got 8 picks. We got draft selection number 9 in the first round from Denver. It's the highest pick we've had in quite a while. And with that pick, I want to see us either get an offensive lineman. If we can get my guy, Evan Neal from Alabama, I'm a happy man.
Happy man.
Very happy man. I don't think we're going to go quarterback, but if we do at 9, if we can get Malik Willis, if he's on the board, get him. If not, get another offensive lineman. We got to get offensive linemen up front. Edge rushers. I wouldn't mind getting a running back for some insurance because we got Chris Carson coming back. But
are there any good running backs that early?
Yeah, there's a few.
But that you would take at 9?
No. 9 only O linemen.
Okay.
If one of these ridiculous edge rushers.
Because I didn't see any running backs standing out.
No, and it's not. If we stay at 9, I got a feeling we're going to trade that and get a couple more picks and stay in the first round.
I agree.
I think we're going to trade down. But
I agree.
offensive line, offensive line, defensive end / edge rusher, or a quarterback. What about you, first round? How many picks you got in the first round?
Just one.
All right, same with us.
Just one. So, my prediction is the Vikings will trade the 12th pick and move down to acquire an additional pick or two, and then select one of the two cornerbacks that are left. Because I believe Sauce Gardner
He'll be gone.
and Derek Stingley are gone.
I think so, too.
LSU's. So, but one of the two cornerbacks that are left could be Andrew Booth Jr. from Clemson or Trent McDuffie from Washington, who you should know well, Cat.
Oh, yeah, Dub in the building.
Or I'm also throwing in there Purdue defensive end George Karlaftis.
Okay.
He's
a beast.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they're saying about him. So, what I will say, if Notre Dame,
Kyle Hamilton.
if Notre Dame safety Kyle Hamilton, or Cincinnati cornerback Sauce Gardner are available at 12, I would not trade the pick.
Yeah.
It would also be hard for me to pass on LSU cornerback Derek Stingley, Georgia defensive tackle Jordan Davis, who is a freak athlete and could be the next Warren Sapp.
Yeah.
And a gamble I would also take if he was available at number 12, as you mentioned, would be Liberty quarterback Malik Willis.
Yeah, he's a beast.
I would take him.
If he doesn't have to go in right now, that'd be an ideal situation for him. To give him a chance to kind of absorb the speed, get the playbook under his belt.
Yeah, he's impressed in interviews.
He's a smart guy, fun personality.
Fun personality.
Did you mention Kayvon Thibodeau from Oregon at all? Defensive end?
I don't think he's going to be around. They got him all over the board. They 1 week he's he's top 5, and then some week he falls out of there. We shall see.
Who's the prediction on who's going first? Is Aiden Hutchinson going first from Michigan? He's on a lot of boards, and this one here is number 1. But
I think that pick's going to get traded.
do you think he'll go first, though?
No,
You don't.
I do not.
Interesting.
I do not. I think there's going to be a lot of shakeup at the top, which it's going to go one way. It's going to go. There's 3 ways it's going to go. There's going to be a run on cornerbacks, CB,
Yes.
offensive linemen, or quarterbacks.
The quarterback run shouldn't last too long, though, if it starts.
There's 3 quarterbacks
Yeah.
that could go in the top 10.
There.
Even though they say it's a bad year, there's 6 or 7 quarterback hungry,
Serviceable ones.
needed. Kenny Pickett, Ritter,
Yep.
Willis. There's 3 that could go early. So we'll see how it rolls out. I'm looking very, very forward looking to tomorrow night.
Same here.
We can fade that down a little there, Top Gun.
Yeah, I'm not a mock draft type of person. I don't get into that. I know a lot of people do.
I watch it, but you know what?
I wait for the names to get called for real.
They're not smarter than us.
Then I go in for real.
Exactly.
I like to know what's real.
One announcement I do want to make for this year, for our upcoming fantasy football league. Last year, Cap and I joined a public league, and as you all well know, I brought home the trophy.
You brought home some hardware.
I brought home the hardware. And, I don't expect any less this year. It was too easy last year.
Oh, okay.
It was too easy.
It's going to go down this year.
It was too easy. What, I lose 3 games, 2 games?
I don't know.
And I think I rolled over.
did that in the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, I rolled over for a couple teams. So we're going to do an upcoming fantasy league, and what we're going to do is I've ran them before as a commissioner. As the guy who holds the trophy, we're going to get a 10-team league ourselves with probably some of our listeners. I think Seattle Socrates said he's in.
He's already he's all in.
We got Top Gun, even though he's going to have to do an auto draft as he learns the NFL. But the auto draft will get him a team that could have beat your team last year.
Things will be different.
We
this
had
year,
that
trust
discussion,
me.
right? We had
Things
this
will be different this year.
We're going to try and get
Big J.
our friend, Jay. Yep, we're going to try and get George.
G Hockey.
We're definitely going to get my former leader, Dave.
Oh, our Mighty Heroes fan.
Our Mighty Heroes fan, Dave. So we're going to get the number up to 10, and we're going to do our own draft and have our own in-house league.
It's going to be off the hook.
And it'd be good because we can open some opportunities to bring those guys or teams or matchups onto the show.
It's going to be good.
So that's all I got, Cap. You got anything else?
No, just a shutdown, like a shutdown corner when it's time for that. But this was fun. I'm glad we got back on the mics. The studio's off the chain, as you can see. Seahawk Love's we're gonna get a little bit more coming in, but it's all good. We're off to a good start, and I'm fired up about the draft.
All right, so Scolders, 12s, and all you Cap Love Sunday says football fanatics. Thanks for tuning into our pre-draft special, and make sure you get the word out on the street. As I always tell you, you got to check out all our episodes. There's some really funny ones. The first two, we're growing, but you should see our growth. It'll help you experience what's coming in the future. The Vikings, they will fill out their squad with some young talent so they can start their quest for glory this September. There are still some decent free agents available that can come in and make a difference. I personally, and I know you have the same feelings, cannot wait for week 1. Next week, we will recap how the draft went for each of our respective teams. Cap, as you always do, bring us home.
I sure appreciate that, my man. And again, the saddle feels good. We got to keep that thing fresh. Saddlebags packed. We have fresh material coming at you. We've been hitting at that all day with the whole new roster coming in. We don't even know what it's going to do, but it's going to do what it does. Hungry Seahawks looking to show that they belong in the NFL. Same with your hungry new Vikings. Russell Wilson's out.
He's out.
Bobby Wagner's out.
Out.
Who's going to step up and make a name for themselves in the Emerald Nation and in the NFL? Who will do it? Will you be watching B Gold?
Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah. Well, I won't miss a moment.
I know I will. So listen, stay tuned for the Captain and the Real Deal podcast. For the most fun way to ever enjoy the upcoming NFL season. We'll make you laugh. We'll make you smile. Your team will make you mad, and we will be mad right along with you. So
absolutely.
Football fans, Scolders, you know what the drill is. Skol on. And to my beloved Hawk fans in the Emerald Nation, you know how we do it. Emerald up, and we'll see y'all after the draft.